Forward together! Forward together! We are strong!
In the old days, before clocks ruled time, before paper spoke louder than elders, before the white man's shadow stretched across the red earth, Abba was alive. Not alive like a thing, but alive like a woman. The market breathed, the roads listened, the wind carried gossip and prophecy in the same mouth, and the women, the women of Abba were not decorations. They were pillars. They were memory keepers. They were thunder that slept until insult woke it. And among them lived a woman whose heart would become a battlefield. Her name was Adaugo. Adaugo sold palm oil in the market. Not loudly, not desperately. Her stall was always neat, her calabashes shining like mirrors. People said her oil tasted like honesty. They also said her eyes carried sadness, too big for her age. She loved once. She loved Chibuike. Chibuike was not rich. He was not a chief's son, but he laughed like someone who believed tomorrow would be kind. They planned marriage. They planned children. They planned a house near the river where mango trees bent low with generosity. Then the British came deeper into the land, and tomorrow changed as Chibuike was a clerk for the native court. He learned to read the white man's words. He learned to translate lies into laws, but he hated it. Each night he returned home with guilt on his shoulders. Each morning, Adaugo washed his clothes and said nothing, but silence can accuse louder than speech. One evening, as the moon sat like a listening ear, Chibuike said, "They are counting people, Adaugo, counting goats, counting land, counting breath." She looked up slowly. "Are they counting women?" He hesitated. That hesitation was the beginning of the war inside their rumors. Do not run. They walk. They entered Abba Market barefoot and confident. They will tax women. They will tax oil. They will tax motherhood. The women laughed at first. Then Wanyarua stood, old, bent, unafraid. When they came, did they ask us to be conquered? When they took our land, did they ask us to count it? If they tax us, let them tax the tears we shed birthing this land. The market fell silent. Adaugo felt something rise inside her. Not anger, but purpose. Chibuike begged her, "Do not join them. This is dangerous. Guns do not understand songs." Adaugo touched his face gently, and silence does not understand dignity. That night they slept on the same mat, but miles apart. Love does not always die loudly. Sometimes it breaks its own heart. They came in thousands, from Abba, from Owerri, from villages whose names sounded like prayers. They sang songs of mockery. They danced shame into the ears of empire. They sat on chiefs who betrayed them. They circled courthouses like spirits demanding justice. Adaugo led chants. Her voice cracked the air. "You cannot tax hunger. You cannot tax blood. You cannot tax the womb that births tomorrow." The white men panicked. They did not understand war without guns. It happened near the native court. The soldiers raised rifles. Someone shouted, "No one knows who fired first." But when the guns spoke, the earth drank women's blood. Adaugo fell, but did not die. Wanyarua did. So did many others. The market screamed. And Chibuike. Chibuike was there, watching, unable to choose fast enough. After the blood, Abba was quieter. The British withdrew the tax. They changed their system. They pretended the dead were accidents. Adaugo survived, but she was changed, came to her compound. He knelt. "Forgive me. I stood between power and love and froze." She looked at him for a long time. Then she said, "Love that waits while injustice kills must learn to walk alone." And she walked away. Years passed. Adaugo never married. She became a storyteller. She told children, "We did not fight because we hated. We fought because dignity was cheaper than silence." She told daughters, "Do not bow too easily. The earth remembers who stands." And sometimes at night she remembered Chibuike, not with bitterness, but with the sadness of a future that did not survive history. Today, when women protest, when markets rise, when songs shake power, listen closely. You may hear drums beneath the noise. You may hear rappers brushing dust. You may hear Adaugo's voice saying, "We were women, and we were thunder, and love burned inside us, even when the world tried to put it out. Subscribe, like, comment, and share for more African folktales. Thanks for watching.